Week 16, guys, on Underdog. We're running out of these full main slates, so let's make the most of it. We got myself, we got John, we got Nez. We're going to do what we always do. Going to go through the slate, give you some of our favorite plays, our favorite scrolls, favorite angles in drafts. We'll talk a little small field strategy, maybe hop in a goal line stand, and then we'll wrap up with some pick'ems. And the Christmas is here on Underdog because we got some free picks. We got some nice boosts in the lobby. So we'll be unwrapping and taking advantage of those. I'm Pete. This is Off and On the Clock. Let's do it. All right, here we are. Good to go. Nez has some new headphones on. John, is that a new sweatshirt too? I haven't seen you in that sweatshirt. Everybody's looking dapper.
Oh, why? Thank you, Pete. No. Nez appropriately dressed up for the funeral last week. I thought I should wear some black in honor of the Puka stuff today there as well. But just a little warning to the boys today. Normally, I don't consume a ton of content during the week. I come in here. Pete's already done 10 shows. Nez has done 100 drafts. I kind of like sit on the sidelines, kind of, nitpick a little things here and there, and then give a couple scrolls. I'm gassed up today, boys. I don't know if it's the holiday cheer that is in me. It's the 20 I ripped this morning. I got the answers to the test today.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
All right, Nez, do you also have the answers to the test, and have you guys conferred and seen if they're the same answers?
No, I keep my eyes on my own paper, but I will say I'm feeling a similar level of confidence. I don't know. I mean, I think that's what you have to have when you play these games. But I definitely do feel good about this slate. It is an ugly slate. It's a small slate. I think those ones. I think we can for the most part agree we prefer those type of slates to draft. So. I'm feeling good. I'm just kind of relinquished to my best ball future, and now focusing on what I can control, and what I can't control are these damn BRs. Can't control everything else in best ball.
It's true. Hey, I will say we all came on here. We had the funeral last weekend because, Kyle Pitts buried us. And then there were lots of other paths to get home in week 15. Some other tight ends hunted him down, some other big scores. So, it ain't over. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, unless they also have Matthew Stafford, in which case that could be a little harder, that might make it tough.
Yeah. They're actually saying it's better that Puka scored instead of Pitts because you can match with other first rounders. That's what they're saying.
Is that what they're saying? I haven't logged on to Cope the Everything app yet to see what the streets are saying.
Cope chat's got me right.
I mean, yes. To your point there, Pete, though, I went through a couple of my advancing teams in BBM there on, I guess it was Monday's show or Tuesday's show there. And I had a TJ Hawkinson 8-point tight end team find its way through despite the Kyle Pitts 40 ball and all those 2 touchdown games like Goddard and Waller, etc. So, yeah, there are paths.
Yeah. I do have the team I drafted with Neil Farley. It was the inaugural Battle Royale Bash or Best Ball Bash. It was like the first show. Neil comes on. We draft a team, made it to the semis. It has the Stafford double stack. Obviously, Adams doesn't play, but get off to a huge start there. Also has Corum and Sharps on it, so a little cushion. The problem is it is just decimated at wide receiver. Adams didn't play. It has Brandon Ayuk on it. It has that's how long ago we were drafting that team. Brandon Ayuk was on the menu, and it had Travis Hunter on it. So we're gonna need like a generational game from Romeo Dobbs or like Jalen Knoll. AJ Brown's the other kind of horse on that team, but we'll see if we pull off the feat of not advancing a Stafford Puka team.
Yeah, I mean, tough matchup this week for Travis Hunter, but he just signed a 3-year extension to play wide receiver, did he not?
I actually wanted to talk to you about that, John, because I've noticed a subtext, a tone to a lot of your Travis Hunter tweets, and it's all this like vague victory lap back to saying he was going to get injured or he's a fake Ohtani. And I just want to say that tone and that subtext doesn't go unnoticed. I've seen it every single time.
I appreciate that there are lurking eyes out there But yeah, I like to have my fun. I actually ended up drafting like 9 or 10% in BBM of Travis Hunter because I didn't want to get caught with my pants down. So I'm a complete and utter fraud. It's just great bid equity.
Well, just like how last week I said I had to tip my cap to Josh Jacobs. If he beats me, he beats me. And I did have 2 shares of Josh Jacobs. And of course, one of them was my best BR team. So that's just how touting goes. That's how it goes. All right. Let's talk about this slate here. I got 50 BR drafts under my belt. I would say, though, things have changed pretty drastically in the past hour. I mean, based on ADPs, everyone was playing it as Drake London out. Everyone was playing it as Marvin Harrison Jr. out. And now we kind of have to think about how do we handle those situations, both for those guys being in and as it pertains to Michael Wilson and Kyle Pitts. So maybe we just start there because that is a pretty big domino, and then we can get into the positions. But what do you guys think about those 2 scenarios, which are also conveniently in the same game?
I think the way the news was given to us via the quote of like, yeah, I'm good enough to play. Like, I mean, that's not that's not necessarily like making me feel good. But I can't get out of my head that the last time Marv was out there, with the full cast, he like completely overshadowed Michael Wilson. And, if he's going to be out there, I think it's a problem for Michael Wilson, who benefits from a lot of factors. Like, yeah, he's good enough as a wide receiver, but he benefits from a lot of factors. And another, target earner in the mix, like, doesn't bode well, I think, for Michael Wilson. On the upside, like, that's one of my favorite spots on the week. I think he can still get home. But, I mean, just from the perspective of, like, his projection being massive again, I just think that has to come down, and I think you really have to like think of him differently. If you were thinking of Michael Wilson as this 16 dog app projection player, I think you have to look at him differently, and you have to bump him down. In my opinion, like a good deal. Like I'm definitely taking other guys over him at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nez. I think a lot of that was just baked in. Obviously, that the people were just playing Marvin Harrison Jr. is out, right? And then that's what was inflating the projection. So, one other low-key thing to this game environment is like, are we sure a tight spread game environment is good for the Jacoby Brissett air it out 45 attempts, thesis here? Because everything has just been dumpster fire, garbage time, down 20. They leave him out there against Prevent, and he's slinging it all over the place. We might not even have that same game script because this is low-key a winnable game for them where they're only like, I think there were 3-point dogs at home or 2.5-point dogs at home. It still has that nice frothy 48.5 by this slate standards. But yeah, I don't know. Just one other wrinkle to it.
Yeah.
And I did just pull up the checking the ETR projections and like really, really legitimate movements here. Marvin Harrison down to a 10.2 projection. That's Wan'Dale Robinson, Ladd McConkey territory.
Michael Harrison or Michael Wilson or Marvin Harrison?
Michael Wilson. Sorry, Michael Wilson's 10.7 and Marvin Harrison's 10.2. So both really similar projections.
That's like a 40% decrease.
Huge. And London now is like the wide receiver 7 right after JMO and before Olave, which feels about right there. So basically London took the Michael Wilson spot essentially.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. How do you like? We just talked about the one angle there. What do you guys feel about the London one? Because, I mean, he was a first read monster with Penix, but he's never shown that rapport with Cousins before. Dating back to last year and stuff like that. And the early success of Atlanta's pass game last year was a lot of Mooney. It wasn't a ton of London. So I don't know. Just thoughts on that one.
Am I misremembering, or did like that first game Cousins had with London? It was like kind of nice against the Saints, or was London even out there? I thought they actually looked pretty sick
this season. Like 3 games ago.
Yeah, they never actually played together yet this season. Got it. I will say I'm team like London go Burr. Mooney like this is not Mooney of yesteryear. Unfortunately, he's just absolutely dust. I think we can say that with confidence. And Kirk Cousins knows how to get the ball to the guys who need the ball. So give me all the Drake London this week. Like, we had respect for the Cardinals defense once upon a time, not anymore for me. I think this, like I said, man, I love this game, and Drake London is one that I was like taking quite a bit when he had a 0 projection, and like you could get a free swap in BRs. Like, he was like a no-brainer pick like all week.
Yeah, I think that one is going to be interesting. And I would say on the Marvin Harrison stuff, he definitely becomes a really good click. He'll come up a teeny bit, but his projection isn't going to like rocket him up. So he'll hang out there. Whereas I think the Wilson fall, it is going to be very stubborn and slow. And I don't even think we ever, I doubt you will see a draft this weekend. And maybe I'm wrong, where he goes undrafted, just of how sticky that ADP will be.
Yeah, yes and no, Pete. I saw George Pickens go undrafted twice this morning, and his ADP 16. So I mean, it's that
you might have just been in with some cheaters, John, because that sounds very abnormal to me.
It was me and my 3 robots, and I let him go undrafted. But yeah, no, I understand the stickiness of it, but some weird things are happening in rooms, just in general right now.
Yeah, getting over to the Kyle Pitts thing. In the projection, this is also a big movement. So he was the clear tight end 2 by projection and, ADP. He is now below Brock Bowers, Travis Kelce, and Harold Fannin as the tight end 5. Projection at 10.1, which is closer to Jawan Johnson than it is to Harold Fannin, if you're wanting to kind of think about that shift for him, which is this is where he was at all year. Like, this is the Kyle Pitts. He would have been the tight end 5, tight end 6 on the slate, but the nuclear ceiling, that's very much in question with London back.
Yeah, I'd like to say I concur with said ranking and range, and in a vacuum, that would kind of make him the worst tight end play of the week, period, because we never play those 100% drafted tight ends that project only like fractions of points better than the ones that you can get ownership discounts on. Now, I say that kind of like half-heartedly and tongue-in-cheek because I realize it's a decent spot and he's coming off of, this monster game and showed a rapport with Cousins, and maybe they just go back to the well with that dynamic. But yeah, that's expected, but quite alarming as well.
Yeah, I
still like Pitts. I still like Pitts though. Go ahead, Pete, though.
I was just going to say, I think I will probably try to have it mostly confined to like game stacks, when I am getting into that game with pieces and hoping that he's part of that game blowing up. But yeah, let's we can zoom out now and talk about the whole slate. Do you have any other thoughts on Pitts or those situations?
I was just going to ask you guys the 1v1 cover boy question there, like Quinn Ewers plus Darren Waller in the tight end smash spot, or Kyle Pitts at 100% ownership now, because they're going to be right beside each other.
Yeah.
Well, has Waller been okay? He got limited practice. I think I'd probably do
play for.
I think I'd probably do. I think I'd still do Pitts, but like, yeah, Waller's definitely fun. I'm not totally worried about Miami, I will say.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Waller. I think he's a good click in the ownership discount right now. I mean, this is the question. I think with Pitts falling, does Waller now push up, and does that ownership get a little dicey too?
That's a good point.
It's worth mentioning Waller doesn't project that well, but I believe strongly in this funnel. And, I've been wrestling with how big of a downgrade is the Ewers stuff. It can't be that big of a deal for Waller, I would think.
Yeah. I think he was like a really bad prospect though, right? Like that was, if memory serves.
Yeah.
I don't have opinions on his college. I just know
he was a 7th round pick. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I need Davis's opinion. I'll outsource to Davis on the on that.
Do you know it?
No, about his prospect profile?
No, about Davis's opinion on him.
So I listened to Karain and talked about him in the walkthrough. He had some of the box score comps for him, and like the most friendly one was Geno Smith. They were like pocket passers, without huge arms, but that were vaguely accurate would be the genre I would describe the Quinn Ewers comps.
Okay. Yeah, he's like 185 in the pick'em lobbies or something like that for passing yards. Like,
yeah,
Kenny Pickett levels of ick, but with a way better matchup.
Yeah, and a 47.5 total, and he's only a 4.5 point underdog, so I'm not worried.
Yeah. All right. Let's maybe go position by position here. We could start with, I feel like we've kind of talked about some of the big sliding dynamics. So yeah, let's just do position by position here. Allen, of course, is going top 10, slides a little bit, and then a pretty big drop off and a pretty flat tier after that. What are you guys doing at the quarterback position? And we can sprinkle in scrolls here as well.
Oh man, I'm getting all over the board, to be honest. Like really like Shuck. Just looking at the scrolls that are available here. Shuck, like one of my favorites here. Like I'm very stack centric. And the only one that I've done naked is Joe Burrow, because like I'm like, dude, I'm getting like 6th round naked Joe Burrow, and I think T. Higgins has a chance to play against Miami. I don't know, man. I think like those raw points will work. I think that'll like work itself out. I don't think that your team is not gonna do well because you have a naked Joe Burrow against Miami with what I think will be a full allotment of weapons. So like I think like my cop out answer is like I am stacking, like pretty much like exclusively stacking. But yeah, I could honestly go like all day, man. There are a ton of great plays at quarterback here. Like other than Josh Allen, like you kind of said off the top, nobody's really standing out at all. And I think ownership is just like literally just going to be totally smattered and flat after Josh Allen. Like Dak Prescott, we're looking at QB2 here. And he's going to be owned quite a bit because we get both Dallas wide receivers drafted every single time. But like, dude, this is just like a scroller's paradise. And honestly, like I think I would have trouble telling you a quarterback I don't like this week, to be quite honest. Like there's just a lot of really fun ways to play this. Yeah, I mean, like like I truly just like them all. I'm not even joking. Like I think I like every single quarterback this week.
Yeah, I'll poke some holes in some stuff for you, and then we can talk through it kind of deal. But I'm in agreement with you, Nez. Like I really like the scrolling dynamics of this week. I think it's incredibly flat. Josh Allen falls to the 3rd rounds in some rooms there. Like I got him at 14 and 15 because people are looking at that, 41.5 total with freezing weather conditions kind of vibe. And people also still put Cleveland up on a pedestal from a defensive standpoint, despite they haven't been that in recent memory against the run in particular. And I think a lot of people are just forecasting a James Cook game there. So I'm fine taking Allen when he falls as a naked one, but it won't be a huge part of my portfolio. I'm probably going to just full fade Dak and Herbert and Jacoby. I think they're just all going to be overstacked with the guys in front of them. I think Dallas defense has gotten considerably better. The offensive line is so bad for the Chargers. Herbert has a broken hand. We haven't seen ceiling in forever. Like, I'm just full fading that game. And just, if it kills me, it kills me. Like, Dallas has a 1% chance at the playoffs. Like, they're basically drawing stone dead. And then the Jacoby stuff is, like, going to be overstacked with the Arizona pieces that go before. So if I do it, I'll do it with, like, Marv Harrison or something like that. Burrow plus Chase will be over and over again. And then the Goff plus the skinny stacks will be over-owned, but rightfully so. So I'll play a bunch of Goff stuff. I'll play Allen when he falls, and then I'll be doing all the scrolls. And my biggest scrolls is the dumpster fire sloppy steaks of the week of Jackson Dart versus JJ McCarthy. And I'll just jam those two versus each other. Feels like a basketball game with a 250 total going back and forth.
I think that's the one spot that I don't feel great about.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think I'm in between your guys' two quarterback takes, at least with Dallas and Chargers, because I'm with John in that I have zero interest in Justin Herbert. I'm kind of like stunned at his ADP, but I'm very in on Dak. Like I'm very excited for the Cowboys to put up a big total here.
I think the Herbert sell is that this is very much like like Dallas has just been primed for shootouts, right? Like I don't need to like mansplain like why we like matchups against Dallas, but like as far as like what Herbert has faced in weeks past, like definitely like one of the softest, like highest total games that Herbert's played in a while. And we have a pretty poor running game as well. Deron Bland's out for the season. I think like I get like wanting to fade Herbert at ownership, and I think if you do play it like almost evergreen, like you play it with like a unique pass catcher. But I mean, I get it. I guess it would just be like my counter. Like I get it.
To your point there, Nez, like QB3 on this slate isn't created the same as QB3 on other slates too, because its ADP is 30. So like you're probably still going to get ownership discounts as well. So
sure.
Yeah.
But I would say macro too. I'm definitely with Nez and you guys on just like, I put together my list of all the like quarterback spots I wanted to get to. And I just like kept adding things, like getting as far down to like wanting a little Bryce Young. Like, I'm going to do a couple Rodgers to Metcalfs. Like, there's a few of those like getting way down there. Like I'm even going to do a Minshew to Kelsey, like that's how deep I was getting on this slate, and just saying like, hey, can you get to, if everybody's projecting between like 16 and 19 points, like get to some of these spots specifically with the players who are drafted 100% of the time, like the pass catchers. We see this time and time again. Like Metcalf is going to be on so many Goff stacks as the bring back, but he's going to be on like a minuscule amount of Rodgers teams. And we know how that stuff works. Like if Metcalf goes for 25, like Rodgers very much is in play to have a 25+ point game as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, I want to tie a bow on quarterback just in general. Can we each just give our favorite scroll? Is it Shuck for you?
No, it's not Shuck. I just like Shuck, and I just got done drafting a bunch of them before the show. It's not like a great scroll, but it is like my favorite pick, I think, because of like the game environment. Then I should have just like led with this is Bo Nix against the Jags. Just like similar-ish to Herbert in terms of like the stars aligning here. The stars are aligning for Bo Nix to have like another awesome game here, playing really good football, man. With Jacksonville, it's really hard to run on. So you obviously expect a ton of Bo Nix to get the work done here. And Denver doesn't even run the ball well. So, I don't think they're going to be able to have enough success, even if they could, that they could, not lean on Bo Nix. We've got Jacksonville the other side, who is playing really good football as well. This is just like a sick matchup in general, right? Where their offense is going to be able to put up points, or at least, do a better job than most teams against this Denver defense. So the stars are aligning, right? Where like Bo Nix will have to probably go blow for blow with the Jags, and the Jags are low-key vulnerable in the air. So Bo Nix, I think, makes a ton of sense. And just a pretty bad ADP or QB ranking on Bo Nix, I think, just all things considered.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I just like made my quarterback ranks, I'd probably have him QB3 after Allen and Dak.
Nice.
Yeah.
If I have to get fancy to out scroll Nez, though, I'll just say the other guy in that game, in Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I know why he's here because of the matchup, but it does seem crazy that we just had a guy drop 44 and no one wants him. He also is super fun to stack. I mean, both Myers and BTJ, pretty close projections. You can go either way at low ownership. Love that. You can obviously tack on Strange, even though he hasn't like shown a really high target ceiling of late. But again, to Nez's thesis, like if this game pops off, Lawrence is going to be a driver of points. So I like both quarterbacks in that game. JM was on that for redacted stuff as well. Really likes this game's potential to play to the upside.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, I'll throw my hat in the ring for what I thought Jam's block should be is the Minshew one. Minshew worthy Kelsey.
I mean, we talked about how like all three of those guys, I think on underdog, I'm going to have a couple worthy shares for sure. if you give the target upside with his ADOT, like him and Addison were two I included in my gems as like the thinner plays, but the ones that I think we know that they can go for 20 just with their profile. And, with Worthy being the lead wide receiver there, or at least seeing a target boost, that's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah. I like that you guys are both on this game. Denver's low-key giving up a lot of points to good teams and then stopped bad teams, like just looking through their schedule. So there is reason to think that this one can go back and forth. I like Baker and Dart. Those would be my two to add to the list. Those are, yeah. But as you guys said, I mean, I'm going to get JJ in my life. I'm going to get Bryce Young in my life. I'm going to get Minshew in my life as well. So, yeah.
Talk to me about, for Baker, obviously Evans is a very natural one. Are you getting to Godwin or Igbuka with him?
No, I don't think Godwin looks right. I think Igbuka's fun for like the big play potential. Kate Otten might also be back this week too, like practiced in full today. So that doesn't bode well for like some of the underneath stuff. I think Bucky's kind of a fun one to do it with. But Naked Baker's fine, but it will be overstacked with Evans. So if you want to be the guy who skinny scrolls to Igbuka, that'd be my pick opposed to Chris Godwin.
And then same question for Dart. Are you doing it opposite a Minnesota piece? Are you doing Wandale, Theo? What are you doing?
The early ones were kind of lazy and just opposite Justin Jefferson, which was kind of evergreen with me the last 2 weeks or whatever. It was Dog Bowl week. I'm still scarred.
You're still fucking around and fighting out with Justin Jefferson.
I still am, baby. Yeah, but doing it with like Addison on the other side or doing it with like Slayton or Theo. I've done it with Theo twice now, so I didn't mind that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think on this tight end slate, Theo knocking off the tight end position there with Dart, I think is the way to do it. Nez, any other quarterback thoughts for you?
No, I think we pretty much covered it other than, I got to do a little bit of Bryce Young every single week. So Bryce Young against the Bucks, good spot. Tetaroa ready to go, locked in. I hope it's snowing. In Charlotte. I need some Coker big time for my best ball bags.
It's funny. I did the bash yesterday, and Josta was on. I just didn't see him in KC. Like I don't know if he was wearing something else. I was like, have you done the show before? And then it all came flooding back to me, his name and the dog bowl and all that. I was like, we went the whole weekend without interacting, but Josta came on Battle Royale Bash and we drafted a Bryce Young double stack in the Engage 8. So he came in hot with the Panthers stack.
Spicy, man.
Love Josta. Yeah. Got to talk with him a little bit.
All right. Let's head over and talk some running backs here. You got the three big guys at the top, the first rounders, Gibbs, Bijan, Achane. Then you have James Cook kind of in a mini tier of his own. And then to me, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure after that. And you get into scroll territory fairly quickly. What are you guys doing at running back this week?
Sorry, Pete, did you include Bucky in that mini tier?
I'm pushing Bucky down closer to the Brown and Javonte ETNs. Okay.
Yeah, no,
you can make a case for sure to put him in his own tier, but I don't know.
I think he's in his own tier.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, way closer to Cook than I think the other guys personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he looks good. I like this spot. I like all games with the Panthers, but I like Bucky quite a bit. Not that we're like meant to have the Bucky conversation, but I like Bucky quite a bit. I keep getting like these two running back builds because Bucky's coming back to me with these like running back starts. And I'm just like, okay, like I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question that way, because I was noticing the same thing, Nez. Like I kept getting Bucky back to me in the third round, and I was like, man, I think he's a little bit closer to Cook than people are giving credence to. We could also have the Cook over HN conversation, just given like the systemic risk there with the quarterback change and how bad the Browns have been against the ground in recent memory there. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I agree with your guys' tiers there. I might be skipping the middle tier, guys. Like I understand. I think the middle tier exists this week because the floor is so much higher than the back end tier, but I'm not entirely certain that the ceiling is higher than the back end tier. I think it's going to be a very stars and scrubby slate on the redacted side, and I think you can treat this kind of similarly. I did have a lot of 1-1-3-1s when I was originally going, which isn't the greatest thing in the world, but yeah.
I'm with you. I kind of felt like it was a little bit of a three. I said this last week too, and not that like it mattered, but like I like 3 wide receivers last week. I like them this week too. Quite a bit.
If I ever made a Battle Royale Bros video a la Best Ball Bros, there would definitely be, feels like a 3 wide receiver week.
Yeah.
Listen, it kind of does. But if I'm scrolling, man, it's like one guy and one guy only, and it's Michael Carter.
Wow.
I mean, I can't believe I'm actually even getting wows. I'm surprised I'm not getting like sames. Like you guys are sleeping on all my
getting saves on the guy with the 35.8.
Dude, that's bad. That is just a really, really bad ADP in a game like this. Given who's the RB2 there, Amari DiMercado, like off the ankle injury, who sucks. Michael Carter, Michael Carter, good fucking football player, man. Well, just it should have been Michael Carter over Bam Knight from the jump.
Well, I was going to say, like, sell me, like, what makes this spot for Michael Carter better than the previous, like, Bam Knight spots when he was getting 14 to 15 carries, 4 to 5 balls, like the same kind of thing that Michael Carter had last week.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been as high on Bam Knight as y'all. I took him in some of these dog bowls because it's 12 persons and they're there. But I mean, other than the Niners matchup, like Jacksonville matchup, tough. Tampa matchup, tough. Rams, Texans, those are all like really, really tough ground matchups. Now he's in the Atlanta matchup with a high total, really tight spread here. I think both these offenses are going to be able to score pretty much at will here. There's a chance that they lean more onto the ground than they had in weeks past because of like what John was saying with like the problem with the Jacoby bet of this week compared to weeks of old is that they might actually have a lead and they might be playing with the lead more than they've had in the last like 5 weeks combined. So I really like Michael Carter, man. And he has pass catching chops as well. Like pretty damn good pass catching chops. So I think he's in line for a huge snap share. I guess the question is like, will he get the goal line touches? I think so, because Amari does not profile to me as a goal line back. I don't know, man. I think Michael Carter has usage out the wazoo this week, and in a high-scoring game, I think I don't want to call it a no-brainer to be offended, but like I think it just makes a ton of sense at 35.8.
Yeah. I think I've clicked him a couple times. I guess I just didn't have him like separating from some of the other guys, like the Rico, the Aaron Jones, Tracy, stuff like that. But yeah, no, you're making a good case here.
If I can make one comparison, and this is like sort of disingenuous, but also not, in terms of scrimmage yards in the pick'em lobbies here, Michael Carter and Travion Henderson have the same number for scrimmage yards this week. Like we would be tripping over ourselves to draft Travion Henderson this week. And the totals, the team totals are very similar, if not better, for Arizona.
Yeah. I think the floor is very good on Michael Carter. I think the longest rush prop would be a little different on Henderson and Michael Carter.
Yeah.
12 and a half.
The difference in the projection in the pick'em lobby there is they're forecasting 15 touches for Michael Carter and they're forecasting 11 or 8 for Hendo, right? Like that's the difference. The floor is coming in with the volume there. I mean, you opened my third eye to Michael Carter. He wasn't on my short list to start. Some of the guys that I've clicked already are Rico, Brees, Tyrone Tracy, and Aaron Jones. So obviously showing an affinity for that slop it up fest of the week there that I was talking about. And then I got my third eye open for Jahar Jordan. Remember where you guys heard the name first there, my guys. 100 yards last week if Woody Marks can't go. That guy showed the juice that Woody Marks did not have. And, that people forget people forget him and Jordan Whittington paired together in the 17th and 18th round last BBM summer was going to make people real rich.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a really clean way to play it because you just take Woody Marks. Because if Woody Marks does go, it's still what do they have? A 27-point team total. Woody Marks sucks, but it doesn't matter in that matchup and with the amount of touches he'll get. Even the way I was listening to Coach Speak Index passed along some stuff, the way they were talking about Jawar Jordan. And it was like, do you have any plans for this guy, like expanded role? And it was kind of just like, no, it was nice that he stepped in for Woody Marks was kind of like how he talked about it. So I do think anytime you want to click Jawar Jordan, just click Woody Marks. And if Marks doesn't go, slide Jawar Jordan up as like the most awesome scroll swap you're going to have this week. So yeah, I like that call. The other one that I've just been kind of coming around to, and I think there's a lot of input volatility, and I think it's hard to play that game in a unique way outside of Metcalf, is Kenny Gainwell. We've seen some big plays in the screen game. His workload, 6 receptions, 7 receptions the past 2 weeks. I think he has like the high floor, but then could also, if one, this game goes nuts, which the total says it could, and 2, if he takes, a screen pass to the house. And I kind of pulled this up with JM too. And like, he's had a really high floor with 1 touchdown, like over the past week. So like if he has any touchdown regression there too, I think you could be looking at a 20-point Kenny Gainwell week that could certainly play in the 6th round.
Yeah, Monday's cover boy there almost got me the PTP last night. I don't know. I'd wonder how much of it was Jaylen Warren being ill on Monday night and how much of it was Gainwell's taking the role here. Maybe it's still just a split backfield, but they also ran a lot more plays than they're usually running last time out, and I'm not sure that's going to be the case against Detroit. But I won't fight you on it for sure. I find it hard to get there.
I like it. I mean, Gainwell has like totally like assumed the receiving back role in Pittsburgh. Very very obviously. And when he talks about what's changed for him, like he's like Aaron Rodgers, like playing with Aaron Rodgers is like changed his life. And they clearly have really good chemistry. Not that like Warren doesn't either, but Gainwell clearly does. And given the fact that obviously they're playing Detroit here, high scoring game, probably trailing in a dome, I think you're going to see a lot of Kenny Gainwell snaps and, on Pat and in the past, and you're going to see a lot of routes for Kenny Gainwell. So I like it personally on a slate where like running back, touches are tough to come by and running back clicks are tough to make. I should say. I think Kenny Gainwell makes a lot of sense as resident Steeler fan.
Thank you. I think I do agree with John's kind of take too, that this range here, like the Chase Brown, Javonte, ETN, Hampton feels like very fragile, and they just don't seem like that much better bets to outscore a lot of the guys we've been talking about. The one projection that like keeps staring at me, I mean, like Javonte has a big projection. It's a pretty good matchup at home versus the Chargers, but again, like Javonte stuff, like this is a Michael Carter ass stat line here, Nez, as far as what Javonte's done of late. What do you guys think about Javonte versus the Chargers?
I think Malik Davis got that juice, and he scored again last week, and they were working him in more. I've been a proponent of that from the jump there, but I think it's just a pure volume bet. It's kind of, as you perfectly framed there, it is Michael Carter with a price tag that's 15 picks higher, but it is a good game environment indoors and good team total. So, I mean, I won't fight you on that, but it's definitely not my favorite spot.
What do you think, Nez, of Javonte?
Yeah, I mean, I struggle with it because like this on paper looks like such a good game, but I'm with you guys in terms of the like fragility that you don't see on the surface, right? If you're just like being like a projection bro and you're looking at props and you're looking at projections, like, oh yeah, Javonte at home against Chargers, like jam it. But I don't know. From an EPA standpoint, the Chargers have been one of the best defenses in football. And like the only thing that you can really say is like Vegas has this game at a 49.5 total, and Javonte is doing a lot of work for the Cowboys. I think it's fragile. I don't like clicking Javonte, man. I really don't. I really don't. I'm not doing it a lot.
It never feels comfortable, especially if we know he's going to be like 95% owned.
I timed out. Like, this is how much. And again, I've been clicking him, but I timed out in one of my BR drafts this morning. You know, multitasking, whatever. I got him in the 6th round, and I still was like, "Fuck!" Like, there was other scrolls that I wanted to take. So that's where I'm at Javonte, but definitely wanted to discuss just because it's a really good projection. The chat, I think, has been anticipating an estimate tout from you, John. Do you have that in your bag?
No, that's Nez's music there. Once upon a time, victory lapped 48% Audric Estime in the 18th round of a Puppy 2 contest. People don't forget, Nez. So
that was sharp. I don't care what you say. That was sharp.
No, I don't have a stance here. He's been cut by multiple teams, and maybe he gets some work, maybe he doesn't. I'd rather contractually obligated to stay. Potentially take a swing at the tight end instead.
Now we're back to being on brand.
Yeah,
Javon Johnson, right? That's the swing at tight end you wanted to take.
Yeah, Javon Johnson, please.
I think if you take Estime, you take him with Shuck. I think you like play this game as like the offense is like going burr and like
they do the Lawrence Etienne impression from last week.
Yes. Yeah. Like the only way Estime is doing anything is if like everybody like he's getting raised with the rising tide. Estime is not doing anything on his own, dude. But if Shuck's popping off, you know, like, hey man, Estime's probably getting goal line work and you know like doing like 40-3 or something, you know, like that ETN line that we just talked about. So yeah, I think you play him with Saints stuff if you want to play him, but I'm not suggesting to play him. I'm just saying if you do, I would do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other final thoughts at running back?
No, we kind of exhausted all my scrolls that I was interested in there. The one thing I just wanted to ask real quickly there was, is Evan Hall the guy who was the backup on the Colts like 2 years ago? Yeah. Okay. Same kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, who knows? I would invoke the phrase input volatility when it comes to the Saints running back touches this week. All right. Go Easy Cards wants us to go out with a, this isn't a layup. It's definitely a conversation. Gibbs or Bijan. I still think, you know, if one guy's dropping 40, it's Gibbs. If one guy's more of a lock for 20, it's Bijan. And I want a little bit of both. But that doesn't answer your question. Gibbs is my answer.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's Gibbs just because of I want a piece of both in my portfolio. And the only way you can do so is by not taking a stand on them. I think there's a big 6 this week, and then you can kind of do whatever you want after that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think Gibbs. I think Gibbs, but like, man, Bijan for the floor, Gibbs for the ceiling. How about that? How about that for a cliche answer?
Nothing says floor like a running back that doesn't even get his own goal line touches.
Oh my God! Now I just had a flashback to my debate with Kitchen on the Swolecast. You Tyler Algier bros.
Absolutely disgusting, dude.
Did you see
that? As if he doesn't get 30 touches a week.
I saw it.
I didn't see it. Had me so triggered. He like had one beat in a home league because of Bijan's like one down game. It just is now going to punish him for the rest of his life. I'm like, this guy has been the second best fantasy asset in football all year.
27, 22, 28, 27 touches for Bijan Robinson. Can't draft Bijan.
Actually, hit ceiling 4 straight weeks.
Do you know who else does the other side of that bit? Is Ian Hartitz does a good job of it when like people are like, give like Blake Corum more touches or whatever. Like he's like, how much more work do you guys want from Kyron? Or it's when people are saying like, Kyron's losing work to Blake Corum, and Ian keeps like posting Kyron's touch totals, and it's like, how much more do you guys want from this man? Who knew we have some biases when it comes to some of these players.
Last night's one was low key tilting where they rotate the series by series, and the interception return was down at the 1, and they brought Corum in instead of Kyron there. That was low-key tilting.
All right. Let's head over here to wide receivers. The two big guys at the top, Amon-Ra and Chase. Decent middle tier with Nico, Lamb, J-Mo, and Pickens and Evans. I think you can include in there. We're going to slide Wilson out of there. Olave, London too. I would say this middle tier, like compared to the middle tier for running backs, the middle tier of wide receiver is way better.
I fully agree with you, Pete, and fully agree with the way in which you ranked it out there. My rankings right now, Amon-Ra, Chase, CD, J-Mo, Evans, Nico, Olave, London. So I fully
So you can have 0 Nico?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I feel like they're just so content to win 20-3 or 23-10.
They are, but it's also like you see the first play of the game. He has a 60-yard touchdown, and it's like you get one more of those, and he just like sleepwalks his way to 20.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, that was I looked so foolish there, man. I was out here telling people you can't draft Nico, and then he catches 3 balls, like genius. Oh, they went for 85 and 2. Like my season in a nutshell. But no, I don't have a lot of interest in Nico either, man. He's really expensive, and I think the floor and I think the ceiling is just like not great against Vegas, dude. Like I haven't checked Vegas. Have you guys seen the spread and total on this game while we're on
it's hilarious.
Holy I haven't seen anything like this where I haven't never seen a total this big or a total this low with a spread of 14.5 and the total is 37.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What?
A 12.25 team total for the Raiders. I will say I mostly agree with you guys on Nico. I do like him though. If you're going to do the Stroud stuff, you're going to do the Nico, like toss on Bowers, toss on Genty, say this game's a little bit closer and it's not just running the ball the entire second half.
Yeah, I think that's a really good macro point, Pete, that like this would be a game correlation spot.
Yeah.
One other one in that range that I just want to put on people's radar right now is people love J-Mo this week, and rightfully so since the role change, and they're playing for their playoff lives here, and they're in the dome, and there's so many nice things to say here. Be very smart or very conscious, let's say it, about how you stack him, pair him, whatever, because he's kind of a tier break for everybody's mental model right now, and he is paired with so many Gibbs teams on the left side of the board over and over again. He's a perfect flip the board candidate to the right-hand side because he rarely falls back to like 17, 18, 19 range.
That's a good note.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And definitely a guy you can you can pull up there. So what you could do some like how many J-Mos with Trey McBride are you going to have? Stuff like that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. That's a good shout for sure. As far as I do think I need to catch up on London. I think I have a couple shares of him through 50. So he's going to be a big priority for me. What else are you guys doing? Metcalf, I like a lot. I'm not really doing the Jefferson or Ladd thing personally. Do you guys have any thoughts on these, the tweeners, after the mid tier and before the scrolls?
Yeah. I mean, I think Ladd is like fine. I know his box scores are really bad, but just given this, like everything we talked about earlier, when it comes to Justin Herbert, like being fine, I think Ladd obviously fits that category as well. Quentin Johnston looks like he's questionable. I haven't seen, it looks like he was limited this week in practice, so definitely no guarantee that he's out there. But as far as plays that I really like, Tataroa in that spot against the Bucks, I really, really like. This is like a huge game for both these teams. Huge, right? This is basically for the division, not really, but basically, for the division here.
Yeah, Carolina basically has to have it to give themselves light on for when they play again in week 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just below him, T. Higgins, man, full participant, I believe, was or at least like from I was keeping up with Ben
full
Baby.
Practice.
Yeah. Yep. So he has one more hurdle to clear, but that is like a great sign, obviously, for being back from a concussion. So man, T. Higgins, I just think makes a ton of sense. He just him and Jamar Chase, I think, John, you've mentioned this, and like you're not like the first person to point this out, but like when Higgins and Chase are on the field, like they're like the same player. Like as far as like their results go. So 34.7 ADP Higgins against Miami. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that a lot.
Yeah. Yep. I wish I could flip all of my Michael Wilson to T. Higgins right about now.
It's all right.
Oh, just for this week, you mean? Yeah.
Well, just all the early week Michael Wilson at awful CLV. Yeah, but hey, that's why we still have 100 drafts to get this portfolio straightened out. Yeah, if we're gonna get down in the scroll stuff, like mentioned, I do love both Jags wide receivers, Jacoby and Brian Thomas. The fact that they're going to be, sub 30% drafted. I'm with John. I think Igbuka, I like looking at the wide receivers where like how much projection are you sacrificing off of the main one? Igbuka, you're sacrificing a lot off of Evans, but we know he's got the ceiling. He can do the 2 touchdown thing there. I will say like
go
ahead.
No, I was just a little worried with McMillions back in there and Otten, like just how spread that's all going to be, but just in general. Yeah.
I would say the one that's actually close is Keenan. Keenan is not far off a lad, and that's just a huge ownership swing there. So I'm going to do some Keenan. And then, I mentioned some of the deeper scrolls. I like Worthy. I like Addison. Just those big play guys. But what else do you guys like deep?
Coker. I like that game environment more than most, and Coker's come on in a big way the last couple of weeks here. I don't know. I think I might like Coker at the ownership discount over Tet, like just like maybe not like straight up, but like just that same 1v1 that's like closer than people give credit to. Marvin Harrison's probably going to get a little bit of steam now just because of Jacoby's ADP and people wanting to flip the board and stuff. I think it's probably warranted, but it's probably a little too thin. Troy Franklin, if you guys want to play play Sutton and then play like the other side of that, if you guys are into the Bo Nix stuff, how you guys have kind of talked me onto that. And then a little bit of the Giants stuff. I'll play a little Wandell/Slayton just because I'm playing Dart, but I'll also play Tracy with it a little bit there. But the other ones the other ones I agree with, but I don't want to say them out loud because I think Pete. I think you wrote them up in the master class.
you could say,
and I might just be regurgitating.
No, go for it.
Yeah. Well, I like the 80 Mitchell.
I was going to say that.
I really like the 80 Mitchell this week. Like I think this game, like Nez, you pointed it out, has like a little bit of sneaky indoor shootout environment stuff. I think Cook showed enough in parentheses last week that in a trailing script he can get the ball out and whatever. I think doing like some sneaky stuff off of your Olave or off of your Shuck or off of one piece of this game to just do a mini for it, especially in some of the small field stuff, feels a little cheeky and not enough people get there.
Yeah. The other one that's kind of, he's not going completely overlooked, but just no one will want to click him. Like if I am doing Burrow stuff with either Chase or Higgins, I do like some Waddle bringbacks again, just like if we're trying to play to the ceiling and we've known that these Burrow explosion spots, they're generally getting pushed a little bit. Waddle obviously could be HN, but I kind of like the Waddle stuff there at that ownership too.
Cool.
Like if we're not going to be scared of Ewers for HN and Waller, we probably shouldn't be scared about him for Waddle either.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
But yeah, I think it's a really fun scroll wide receiver slate. That the mid range is very good, but I think that's going to lead to a ton of like too early wide receiver teams, and so anything with one of these guys after basically after Tet is going to be pretty unique.
Mm-hmm.
Any other wide receiver thoughts, or should we do tight end?
Do tight end.
Let's do tight end before John talks about Minshew and Worthy and in
Yes.
Hollywood.
Exactly. Tight end, Trey McBride. We just talked about how Pitts should fall a little bit now with London back. And then the other kind of 100% drafted guys are Bowers and Fannin. And then, a lot of these guys are going to get pulled up as far as like one-off stacks, etc. You guys have any angles you really like at tight end?
Well, not really. I hate tight end this week, man. This is like another like 30% Trey McBride week for me, just because I just think tight end is so gross. The one that I feel best about after McBride, though, for me would be Fannin against Buffalo. Fannin just assuming a pretty sick role in with the Browns, 14 targets, last week. That'll play, and what should be a no doubt trailing script against Buffalo. So I like that. John, I'll let you do the rest and take it from here.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. My rankings right now are McBride, Fannin, Kelsey, and then I decide kind of thing. I won't be as in on. I'm down on the Quinn Ewers stuff. I'm down on the Miami stuff in general. I won't be as in on the Waller stuff as the cover suggests and as the flow chart suggests. I'm taking my stand this week. I will definitely mix it in a little bit, but I'll probably be scrolling past it a little bit. I will play some Ferg as a way to get contrarian in the Dallas stuff with all three other Dallas pieces going. Like, why can't Ferg just get in the end zone twice? I'll play the Strange stuff as a skinny stack. I told you guys I already did the Theo Johnson stuff there. And then Kincaid is kind of like Miles Turner to me, where it's like when he's always getting drafted, our cardinal rule is we don't draft Miles Turner. But when Miles Turner's not getting drafted, that's when we could start drafting Miles Turner. That's how I feel about Dalton Kincaid this week for my multi-sport draft leads. So
that's a great comp. That really is a great comp.
and then Taysom. I don't know. Fuck it. Why not? Let's see. Let's have some fun.
Play the hits. Play the goddamn hits.
I mean, you have to mention Taysom this week, dude. You have to mention Taysom this week. This is like, I mean, as far as the Taysom theses go, this is like the most Taysom thesis week ever.
This is as flow charty as the Bengals spot is for Waller is Taysom with no running backs active.
Yeah, I'd say the sweet spot for me is this Schultz, Juwan Johnson, Ferguson range. The Ferguson stuff really stood out to me as well. I also plan to put Ferguson in as part of some Dak double stacks, along with kind of John's one-off thesis. And then, Schultz and Juwan Johnson, I think I like, I definitely have like I think about tight end this year a lot differently than I did in years past. And one of the reasons you love elite tight end in McBride specifically is because you can do your other stuff and he's not going to kill your lineup. Like, you can still get home in almost any iteration. Some of these guys can tank your lineup with like a 2 to 3. Like, you could hit the nuts and you could have that Mark Andrews score from a week ago or whatever against the Bengals. It's 4, and it's just like those teams are fucking toast. I think the Schultz and Juwan Johnson floors are like good enough to keep teams live while still accessing the ceiling if they score the touchdown and getting you the 15 to 16 points. So to me, that's like, it used to be like a knock in my head, like the way I question the ceilings of some of the running back plays. I'm like inverse in a way that makes me really like the Schultz and Juwan Johnsons of the world.
That's a really good point, Pete. That's something I hadn't thought of on the macro. I accidentally, inadvertently thought about it last year when I was jamming 40% Trey McBride every single slate because I was like, here's the floor ceiling combo, but it wasn't the Trey McBride we were accustomed to yet. I mean, adapting to this landscape of like, hey, maybe you're not going to win the BR this week, but you can salvage a top 100 cash from like a bankroll management standpoint that makes sense if you get 6 points from your tight end and the other tight end doesn't separate by 20 like has happened the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I do think it comes down to too, like if you're doing like a double scroll too, right? Like, you want to get paid off. Like, if your 5th round scroll hits, you don't want to tank it with like the double tight end scroll there.
Right.
All right. I think we're good on tight end here. I think we've covered the slate pretty good. You guys want to hop in a couple of drafts here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, we are tiling. Uh-oh. Is it not in here? Let's see. Am I missing it? Oh, no. Here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. All right. We are good to go. The lobby is packed full. Let's get it ripping here with a Deposit Kingdom draft. As always, we got our $1,000 top prize. It's a $10 entry, 3 max. We got 900 entrants this week. And we got the 103 here, which is kind of probably the most interesting round 1 slot to discuss, in that, like, do you take Achane or do you pull up McBride or one of the wide receivers? Yeah, I mean, obviously those are the options, but I do think it's a conversation of, do you have to take Achane at 3 because that's his ADP?
I want to steal a quote from my buddy Ryan, who is in the channel if he's still in here, but he said, Achane at 3, but not for me. Is how he said it. And yeah, fully agree, man. Like, if I'm up at 3 and it's like Achane or Amon-Ra, I'm going Amon-Ra every single time. Steelers against slot wide receivers have just that's been a thorn in their side since I've been alive.
And I think in small field too, right, John? I mean, McBride fully in play as early as 3.
Yes, fully agree. Yep. I think it's a big 2, and then it's a mix and match tier of the next 4, maybe 5, if you guys think James Cook is on that level, which I happen to think he is. And then that's kind of like, those are the only rules for the week. And you can do whatever the hell you want after that.
All right. Amon-Ra or McBride? John, are you on Amon-Ra? It sounds like Nez is Amon-Ra here.
McBride goes there, so maybe we'll just take Bijan instead.
Oh yeah, we gotta take Bijan here.
I love the McBride at 2 though. That's
nice.
Awesome.
It also flips the board nicely, right? Like from a combo standpoint.
Yeah, it's the same. That's something I need to get a little bit better about. I'm good. I'll do the flip the board from the back side. Like, that comes more naturally, but doing it on the front side, I don't really go into too many drafts. Yeah.
I'll tell you why it's hard. It's because McBride does happen to fall sometimes in some room where you're not there. And then he just falls back to the Bijan team at 3, 4, whatever. Or
does that happen?
Or whatever. I mean, yeah. We'll see a couple teams like that. And maybe not in small field, but.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the clock. Allen, Lamb, J-Mo, Evans, Pickens.
I think CD's that dude, and I think it's a tier break, but
I like CD.
Well, yeah, no questions about CD's efforts on the field.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones needs to leak, whether it's real or not, that they don't plan on franchise tagging George Pickens, and then we'll get 100% effort routes from George Pickens again. But he knows he's going to get franchise tag, and the season's over, and he's like, screw it, man. Like, you guys aren't going to pay me for my work.
Mike Evans.
Back on the clock here. If we didn't have Bijan, or maybe we still should. Like I said, I'm going to try to play a ton of catch up on London, but also, Evans is very in play.
It's a layup. It's Mike Evans, and then we have fun.
Layup.
It's a layup.
All right, lay it up.
It's a layup.
Lay it up.
This guy comes back from a broken collarbone, chasing all the records, chasing the playoffs. He gets 12 targets right away. He looks like the fucking alpha that he is.
I just want to point something out. If you watch back the tape on our Deposit Kingdom drafts, the amount of times John would suggest a player right at ADP is basically like, you probably done it like once out of 15 shows this year. And now you went 1-2 there with CD and Evans. So I just want to say that's not the old John.
No, that's why I said I started the show, Pete, saying I knew the good plays this week. And lo and behold, I suggest guys at ADP all of a sudden. So
yeah, chalk donk.
Yeah. You think you know a guy?
we'll get off the beaten path here. We'll mix it up here, unless Olave comes back, and then we got to get funky at the onesies.
Yeah, I would say in the small field too, I would be okay with the Dak double. But I mean, how many games this year has Pickens and Lamb gotten there together?
I want to say one on a primetime Palooza slate.
Yeah, it hasn't been a lot.
Yeah.
Those Pickens monster ceiling games were with Lamb out.
I will say I do like this could potentially be a Dak Ferg type of team as well.
All right.
Yeah, Ferg's really buried.
Yeah.
I mean, his box scores haven't been great, but that's like really it.
You could definitely see, Lamb feasting against this zone, like a lot of underneath stuff, some yak, and then have Ferg steal the touchdowns, and Pickens isn't getting loose deep. Would kind of be the thesis there.
Right.
Let's see what is going on with this draft. I was like, man, we sure have been waiting for the Dane here.
Did it freeze?
Yeah, we are straight frozen.
Oh.
Have they tried blowing on the cartridge?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying by
off
see.
and then on again.
I'm just curious if we hop in a Badge Bros Brawl. Also, I saw people had been begging for the hurry up to come back. It's back, guys. It's
there. You go. Mine just resumed.
The big hurry up too.
Yours just
take a peek.
What the heck? It's just frozen. This draft.
Wow. Guys, what if we just froze and we just stayed here in solidarity until Brett unpauses his draft?
I'm not going to continue with the show.
I wonder how many viewers we would bleed until we were down to just one watching us.
How long could we go?
Keep an eye on that.
You know what? Hey, God, this is what we need to do because I don't want to tilt this. Let's set the queue. Let's set the queue here in case we go back and just forget. What running back would you want on this one? Des, you want your Carter?
John, you were about to cook.
Yeah, I'd say go Dak first, then go Ferg, and then the last pick will be your squirrel running back. I'm not opposed to that one. I would probably take Rico opposite Mike Evans. That would be my pick.
That's fine.
Yeah. Let's do Rico, RJ, Judkins.
Rico, RJ, Judkins. Yes. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, now it's there in case we get caught with our pants down. But let's hop in a Badge Bros Brawl here.
What happens?
Everyone's is frozen here.
Okay.
Yeah, people are saying their stuff's frozen. I'm sure they're aware, but maybe I know I knew me just to make sure for good measure.
Mike Candles said we're all frozen in solidarity right now. They're all gonna freeze on the channel.
Nobody's moving until we move.
Sorry,
Candles. It looks even trying to hop into this draft is frozen too.
Little site-wide thing right now.
Yes.
Well, let's take this moment in time to maybe tell our audience, Pete, that is football only. We've talked about it a couple times on our show that there's been vast improvements to the draft games this week. We got the real-time update of exposures, so you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can mix and match on exposures now without having to wait like an hour or whatever in real time. So that was a nice amendment by the drafts team this week.
Very nice. Hang on. We're unpaused here. We're both unpaused. All right. Go AZ cards. All right. Well, we already know what we're doing. So the drama on this one is done. We'll pivot over to the Badge Bros Brawl here where we have the Influencer 101. McBride, the smaller these contests get, the more McBride can push up the board. Are you McBride or Gibbs 101?
I think my issue with McBride 101 is McBride will fall back to the 2 drafter and the 1 drafter in other iterations. So I think you're better off just staying with Gibbs or Bijan 1.
That's true. Going to go up against some super teams.
Yeah. I like it from like a thesis standpoint if you want to do like an all scroll team. But in a vacuum, you're gonna really pigeonhole yourself to some tough kind of like 3v3s.
Yeah. All right, we are back on the clock, so we'll grab Gibbs to start. I should also mention the Badge Bros Brawl team that we drafted on off and on the clock is in the semis.
Oh wow!
Oh really?
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys that. Where are we? Badge Bros Brawl. We're currently in second because we have Puka on this team. It's it's sick. Hurts, Mayfield, Purdy, Gibbs, Taylor, James Cook, Hendo, Pollard, Puka, AJ Brown, Evans, Devonta Smith, rest in peace, Rice and Hunter, Olave, Kittle, and Likely.
Dude, that's kind of nice this week with the Olave Cook stuff in there. Like we all like those plays this week.
I'm just real quickly under
I was gonna say that.
No time. I put Chase in. So we have Gibbs and Chase. Who would you guys like?
Let's do Amon-Ra and do a double stack with Goff there. Goff's QB6, and then we can get funky with like a tight end 5 or 6 and whatever as well.
Okay.
Because I think that one combinatorial will also be kind of rare. So
yeah.
All right, we're gonna do the Rico.
All right, nice.
Over here to wrap up. So the Deposit Kingdom one finished up with a Dak to CD and Ferg, a Rico and Mike Evans mini, and then Bijan 101 or 103 for us there. Beautiful. Yes. Joey, we hit on this. You guys a fan of 3 wide receiver this week or back to the 2 RB? Some have said it might be a 3 wide receiver week.
I think it might be a 3 wide receiver week.
I don't think it's ever been a 3 wide receiver week, but it feels like it every week.
All right, so we're gonna take Goff and
I think you could do Bucky and then scroll at tight end if you want to do that.
Tight end scroll, yeah.
Yeah. Like I think Bucky's closer to that upper echelon. So we're unique with the way we got the 2 top wide receivers with Gibbs on this team. We're unique with the Goff scroll. Now we have to scroll at tight end.
Yeah. All right, why this is going? Let's last week we skipped over it. I have a little extra time today, so let's squeeze in a goal line stand before we do our pick'ems. You guys want to hop in one, you can join us, or if you guys want to get in with me, or we can draft together. Don't matter to me.
I'm in.
I just got location here to death. That was a top.
Finally keeping those Canadians out.
Why you got the VPN on, brother?
What
are you doing?
I did used to have to VPN into some sketchy Asian poker sites back in the day. Oh, Nez with the influencer.
Dude, and look at all our buddies here. Me, Gunner, Ross, AZ Cards, just hanging out.
Buster Boy, say what up in the chat for one damn time. We know you're here.
All right, who's gonna be our scroll? I feel like Gadsden's a good Badge Bros Brawl scroll, as is Waller. What do you guys like?
Take one of those flory guys that won't kill your lineup that you were talking about, Pete. Take your favorite.
All right, we can do Schultz on this one. My personal brand, forever tied to Dalton Schultz.
Hey, man, that turned out to be one of the best picks. You can make a tight end. I wish I had way more 18th round Schultz. Instead, I had to take JT Sanders. I had to.
Well, what happened is somehow he became my least favorite pick because it became such a meme that I was just going to only click Dalton Schultz, and then I was trying to find ways not to click it.
I know, and now he's like, actually was a pretty decent pick.
Yeah.
Look what happened when we got rid of the meme of clicking Kyle Pitts every single time, and the meme of clicking Trey McBride every single time.
That's right.
Smashed, right?
Dude,
Never.
You guys want to see? You guys want to see a Galbrain pick right here? Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's start this thing off.
Oh, cool. Nice. All right.
Ooh, nice. I will say on that team I have with Neil that has the Puka Stafford, it does have Dalton Schultz at tight end. So,
Dude,
wow.
Look at that team. Oh, go ahead.
Double Galbrain in this room.
Bijan.
Buster Boy's classic. Gonna get a faller, huh?
Oh, it's a classic Busters. Dude, PD on BBMDB has you at like a pretty high percentage chance of advancing in that BBM pod. You were kind of like uncertain about it.
He has it at 40%. It's the only Puka and the only Stafford in the pod. Like I was saying, though, only other active wide receivers this week are AJ Brown, Romeo Dobbs, and Jalen Knoll. But the running back room's really good. It has Goddard and Schultz at tight end, which should be fine. So we'll see.
Some guys just get all the run good, eh?
Wow.
Some guys, man.
Coming into the BBM finals with Devontae, a low-owned Devontae would just feel so nice. Assuming
what do you think the odds are he plays next week? Very high.
I mean, kinda. Yeah, he was. I mean, the fact that he was like doubtful and optimistic, I kind of think he plays.
Dude, he was jumping up and down on the sideline celebrating. Like he was like jumping and hyping like this. I was like, this guy's fucking fine. Get out there and advance my teams.
I will say there's a pretty big difference, like a hamstring as far as it's the upper speed outcome. But I will say, I mean, he could have easily gone in and been their goal line back like he's been most of the season. It's just the deep routes.
And they probably would have won that game with him because they would have scored on those like first 3 red zone trips that they got stuffed on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I think I'm probably drawing dead in BBM. I'm not going to lie, guys. Deposit Kingdom got wrecked. And I don't know if this was just random variance or if this was like a skill issue. But like we advanced to like way more teams than the majority of people. Like I had 42, Nez had 41.
Discords.
and then last week we all go like 1 for 40, 3 for 40, like this kind of thing. And then all the ETR bros. The only reason I know this is because Herzig was showing the leaderboard for the best ball stuff, and we've been leading that contest. Whose team was it? Was it Jumfries?
Patrick Barnes.
No. That was leading up until last
the playoff week. Or the best ball or whatever it's called.
Gotta say, I lost track of that.
Well, we looked at it on stream together a couple times. Who was it from our community?
I feel like it was up there.
Okay. There was like a couple guys up there, and then it was all like Deposit Kingdom members. And then all of a sudden it was Fully Loaded's team. There you go. And then you look at the leaderboard shift after last week, and it was like all the ETR guys went like 8 for 40, 7 for 40, and we all went like 3 for 42, 1 for 41. So I don't know if it was a skill issue or if it was just Kyle Pitts or I don't know what it was, but it was crazy to just see the flip occur.
We needed some forensic science on what's the overlap on those portfolios versus ours. That would be a very fun, like, we have so many. What?
I mean, we all swore off Kyle Pitts, and the ETR bros, like, Leone's basically their boss. So they're like, yes, I will take Kyle Pitts. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. I think that's a fantastic bet. Why would I quit Kyle Pitts? And then they all advance a shit ton of teams.
Just the way, like, the implication of them clicking Kyle Pitts as a way to suck up to their boss is just so funny. The Leone's basically their boss, hovering over them, just watching them try to click any
Kyle
other
Pitts in the 14th round. Pretty good value, don't you think? Yes, sir. Yes, he is.
Every stream draft. Like after a Puppets meme.
Wow. This room definitely scared about George Pickens' efforts. Not me. The only thing I'm more scared about than George Pickens' will to play is passing on 4 picks of ADP value in a draft.
Hey, that should be a vote of confidence for you. Busters isn't scared of Michael Wilson, so he's still jamming.
That news might not have reached him yet.
Or whoever that is.
Is Busters now like who's your Mount Rushmore of like Anon UD drafters that you'd want to put a face to a name?
It's still Feed the Freezer 1 for me. Like, even though his volume's way down and he doesn't play as much anymore, the lure of Feed the Freezer is I want to meet Feed the Freezer. And then I think Buster Boys is second for me, probably.
Yeah, Busters is definitely up there, man.
Yeah. I'll meet Joe Cali too. Like, he's always...
My audio's like messed up right now for some reason. I can't like hear you guys well. Let me fix this.
As is chefing out here. Okay, you can't hear us talk about him. Oh, damn it. I was like, you're chefing, dude.
I mean, when your running back is already locked up, like you can do these things. You can take these detours.
The old tight end running back correlation play.
Hey, it's not hard. These games don't have to be hard.
I have 2 plans lined up right now. Pete won't be the guy to foil one of them. Easy.
No, I think I'm just going to take Dak here. I'm not going to give the Lamb drafter a chance to. I mean, if yeah.
All right, that locks me into one plan unless Buster Boys likes Justin Jefferson this week. But we're playing the slop it up fest on this team.
You're gonna go Higgins?
No, we're getting real sloppy. No, we're starting the slop.
Okay, the slop is getting started. What, you starting it with Brees?
No, I'm starting it with Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Buster Boys is listening.
Oh, yeah.
Buster knows. All right, here's the pivot plan. Get ready to learn the most handsome man in football.
Did you hear Yuta?
Yeah, tell me. Sorry, go
dude,
ahead.
That was incredible. Did you hear it, John?
What did Yuta say?
Yuta gave I still am not. I think he's dead serious. He's absolutely dead serious. He thinks Kelsey could potentially, this is going to come to a clip near you, I promise, is going to get a couple extra targets because they're playing in Tennessee, where they, at the Country Music Hall of Fame, essentially erected like a second wing for Taylor Swift or something, or she has some association with it. Basically, It was like a hometown Taylor Swift Country Music Hall of Fame +2 target boost for Travis Kelce thought. The crowd went wild. I kept waiting for him to like smirk and be like, I'm just fucking with you. And he was serious.
Never broke stride. Never broke stride.
Incredible.
I love it.
I was cracking up because on the show, at the end of the show, JM was like talking like very specific ranges of outcomes for players and basically verbally articulating Sims. And then Yuta was talking about Taylor Swift. And I was like, what is going on on this show today?
That's very good. That's a great role reversal bit. I love that. I got to go back and watch that.
It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Just like, not even, no, like just so deadpan. Just
he also called one of the passes to Trey McBride, like one of the like garbage time dump offs. He called it morally unethical.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, Pete, I think you might be. That one is a little bit more. That's a little bit more of like in the lexicon of the youth right now, like ethical hoops. Like you hear that a lot for basketball and just like ethical hooping. You hear it because like people will say like guys that take a lot of free throws in basketball, like that's unethical hoops. I would totally call what the Cardinals do in terms of their production unethical. I was like, he's spitting. He's absolutely
It's so
right.
funny though, because we collectively like we get so mad at these teams who just turtle shell and quit at the end of the games and like run the clock out or whatever. And then we finally have the garbage time Kings and we have the audacity to call what they're doing unethical. No, go off, Kings. Keep going off.
I fully agree with you, Pete. Like Blake Bortles made $100 million by unethically trailing scripts. Matt Flynn, you guys remember Matt Flynn?
Oh yeah,
Matt Flynn,
the
5
Seahawks
touchdown
guy, right?
Yeah, 5 touchdowns in garbage time and in a garbage week that nobody cared about for the Packers, and then he gets $10 million for 2 years to be a quasi starter for the Seahawks and never really started.
Yeah.
This shit matters. I'm here for it.
All right, through 3 rounds, John has Achan, Drake London, and Mr. Taylor Swift. I got Bijan Pickens and Dak, and Nez from the 1 has McBride, Tedaroy McMillan, and Jacoby Myers.
Here comes the run of green.
Hopefully not the green that I'm looking for.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a tier break here where like you can kind of push your stuff. I mean, I want to just take Woody Marks so I can swap to Jahar Jordan and boss out. But
no way, dude. I dare you to try that. Nez has to take Jahar Jordan at 72 if John takes Woody Marks.
That would be so awesome.
Be a good bet.
I think I'm going to go with Tyrone Tracy here. I believe what I saw last week.
Yeah, I believe in the touchdowns as well. I mean, as far as like the Justin Jefferson pick goes there for Busters, and as far as your love for Justin Jefferson goes, John, I don't think I can get there. I think I'm just like fully done. I mean, they're not even being creative in the routes for Justin Jefferson. Last week was running routes like directly into cornerbacks, and like 9 was forcing him the football. It was bizarre. I'm like, we're going to find out after week 18 that Justin Jefferson has been dealing with like a broken bone like all year, and it was like never reported.
I think they might give him that spin zone narrative to protect him. I don't think it's true. I just think it's been bad.
Go AZ Cards, my guy. Naked Bryce Young.
Oh my God, that. And sorry, John, I did take Woody Marks there.
You know why he did that? He said that he was going to do a drinking game earlier where every time someone said Puka, he would drink. So I think he's just off the sauce right now.
Wow.
Michael Carter
wait
goes.
a second. Is Go AZ Cards making up drinking games for himself at home while watching this?
Yeah. He said that's the only way he can get through our stuff.
I love it.
Fair.
Unbelievable.
Same, bro. Same.
You guys make me sick, dude. All right.
Jacoby?
I'll play ball.
What is this I'm going to be forced to take Lad McConkey here if Go AZ Cards doesn't do it. Wow. The Leggett. Okay. Yeah, this is quite the lad fall.
This team made itself, boys.
Snapshot pick. Oh yeah, I knew this was coming.
Okay, here comes the Minshew.
Here
it comes.
Nashville meets. I don't know why I was gonna say Hollywood because you don't have Hollywood. Never mind.
This is Smashville. This is Hollywood North, dude. Vancouver's known as Hollywood North.
All right.
Produces almost as many movies.
Busters always had a plan. It was the rainbow flop wide receiver for the Shuck Jawan Johnson tap.
What is he gonna do?
Is this a weekly slate? Correct. We are drafting week 16 battle royale teams. Most of the drafts we do are 6-person drafts, but this contest, the goal line stand, is a 12-person draft, 6 rounds. So 72 players are drafted. If you want an excuse, if you want a platform where you can draft Xavier Leggett, it's the 12-person goal line stands.
I was thinking when we do our pick'ems on how much time you have, should we run a Saturday one? Because we're starting the Saturday games now for the NFL. They're starting to dominate the entire calendar. It's that time of year.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good till like 5 Eastern. So we'll make these last picks and hop over there. Yeah, so we got to do obviously the core. We have to do our unwrapped because we have a special. A free pick in the lobby. And we also have a 60% here as well. I'll get that pulled up on stream once we make these picks. Unless one of these guys goes, no, I'm locked in to get my guy Jake Ferguson. So I am pushing the plane. My team is Dak Prescott to Pickens and Ferg with the lad bring back Bijan, Woody Marks at running back. John grabs Minshew with Worthy and Kelsey, Drake London, Tyrone Tracy, and Achane. And Nez, does it feel like a 3 wide receiver or 2 running back kind of week in the goal line stand?
I don't know. I mean, could double up on the Pittsburgh running backs. Could give them. Oh, guess not. Shout out Busters, lifelong fan of the Bros here. I think it is a 2 running back week in Actually, no. I'm going to take Troy Franklin. I was going to do, or actually, Ibuka at pick 72 feels great. We're going to do Ibuka. There we go. Trey McBride, Tedero McMillan, Jacoby Myers, Ibuka, Gainwell as my running back, and Jacoby Brissett. Bang, bang.
Love it.
Beautiful.
I mean,
what's up, John?
Yeah, I got one last closing thought here on Gardner Minshew. People don't want to bet on a dude who broke his own hand to continue playing football. This guy wants the bag. He wants another contract in this league. He wants to stay around forever. He is on his Joe Flacco, Jameis Winston, fuck it, I'm going to sling it and get myself another contract. Career arc here. They're out of the playoffs. Smashville incoming from Gardner Minshew.
All right. There you have it. It is now time for us to get spicy in a way that Kyle Pitts might not be able to now that Drake London is back. Here comes Spicy Marv. Spicy Marv.
Radioactive spice.
Let's spice it up, slop it up.
Slop it up.
I mean,
slide.
Permission to slide, Your Honor. You sliders! That's a 65X. That makes me feel things. All right. Here we go. Underdog Unwrapped. There are a bunch of promos coming over the next week for the holiday. Today, we have this free gimme pick, I should say. And then there's also a 50% boost for the Jake Paul fight tonight. Do you guys have a dog in that race?
Word on the street is that the sharp money is on the draw, but it sounds like Joshua is going to be able to win this one with a hand tied behind his back. So anything regarding Joshua winning the fight, I will take a pick 'em on that side.
Okay, there you go. All right, so let's get this. Do you guys want to do core first or the gimme pick first?
Pete, I was ignoring your question for a half second because we have to pat ourselves on the back here for the Haterade getting home last week. The Haterade core gets home, and we were so effing directionally accurate on the targets ones, and we were so accurate on the original core. We would have got that one home too if we had just all been able to agree on Jonathan Taylor versus Judkins there. So I'm saying we were all over it last week.
Yep. Let's get back. Let's do the core first. I think that's how we always get our mind right. And we do have this 60% boost. Normally the boosts come with a $50 max. This one, at least the one on my screen, has a $100 max. So let's not fuck this one up. 60% hundo. Where are we starting, Nez?
I gotta be honest, man. I'm feeling Saquon. So are we doing Saturday or Sunday?
For the core, let's do Sunday.
Okay. Ashton Genty, lower fantasy points against the Houston Texans, 11.45 fantasy points over my dead body, bro. There is just absolutely no way he's reaching double-digit fantasy points here. I do not care what you tell me. It's not happening. This is the worst offensive line in football against the toughest defense I've seen in the last few years. Give me the lower all day here, man. Just no shot. No shot.
It's basically, it's like getting even money on him not to score a touchdown, right?
I know. Yeah.
And it's like 0.76 not to score a touchdown.
Yeah, unless you think he's catching 15 balls this week. No.
Yeah. All right, Nez, I like it. You've been dialed with these Haterades. John, do you want me to go next, or do you want?
Is it definitively a Haterade? It's lowers only right now.
No. This is the core. Okay. This is whatever.
Okay.
Mine's a higher.
The lowers have just been my brand for the core this year.
Okay. You go first, Pete. I'm torn right now.
So I will say when I was ready to go back again, assuming Marvin Harrison wasn't playing, I was ready to go back to the Michael Wilson target well. We got it at 6.5 last week. It closed at 8.5. He smashed it. It opened up this week at 8.5, and I was ready to go there. But we're not going to do that with Harrison likely to play. But we're cokeheads, and I've been looking at a few different angles for this. I like almost all of them. Ultimately, I think the receiving yards is the better way to play it at 36.5. He's got a good ADOT back-to-back weeks, 60 yards, 74 yards. He's just been locked and loaded, 4 targets a game ever since coming back, and has been getting downfield with these. So we're going to go Coker higher than 36.5 in the core.
Love it. Love it. Guys, I'm going to trust the signs right now. The signs. I
thought you were going to say trust the 9, and I'm like, now I'm scared.
Justin Jefferson sliding to the moon, baby. I'm trusting the signs right now. I was debating between one player from the Giants and one player from the Cowboys, and then Emo Cowboy drops off 5 memberships to the channel here, and then we get a W's in the chat for the Cowboy. So I'm going the Cowboys direction with this, with the signs. Jake Ferguson, higher receptions.
Okay. Talk us through it.
It's popping in hashtag models, baby.
Nez, I want your reaction. No, first I need John. I mean, we talked about Ferg in the tournament setting, but I need to hear him in the core setting. Nez is looks very distressed.
Evo doesn't even like the Cowboys. He hates the Cowboys.
It says Cowboy in his name.
You're missing the signs.
Cowboy in his name.
Oh God.
This is me trusting the hashtag models on this one. And Nez doesn't get a say in this one because Nez got to choose between Judkins and Taylor last week, and he chose Judkins instead of Taylor, and that lost us the core. So this week,
wow! With this, the vibes are bad. We've turned to infighting on the core. Oh my goodness!
What a joke!
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Hey, look. This is how this works. I trust the process. We ride together. We die together. Genty, lower 11.45. Coker, higher 36.5. Jake Ferguson, higher 3.5 receptions. I should just say the market is saying he will do this because we're at 0.86 here. But that's where this 60% boost comes in, gets us up to a 7.65. Putting in the max hundo here. Let's lock it in, folks.
Unwrap it and wrap it back up, baby. Presents under the tree right here.
All right. We're going to call this the Coker core for the alliteration purposes. I'll get it in the private chat here, the public chat. Make sure you guys are using, hey, if you guys are as conflicted as Nez, feel free to save your 60% boost for something else. But I trust in what we do here. Should we do our gimme pick now?
Can we do a haterade core first because I got it locked and loaded and I don't want to think again?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
by all means.
Yeah,
okay.
It is, John.
My haterade pick is Tyrone Tracy, lower rushing attempts.
Lower rushing attempts. Okay.
I thought you liked this guy.
I didn't mind him. I don't mind him.
Okay. Rushing attempts. 14.5 lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that down to 8.72 now?
8.7.
Yeah.
It's
Both
all right.
of mine went 8.7.
I mean, we want the good plays, John. However we get there.
I said I was ready with the good plays this week, but that's a little bit of a weird. I don't know. We could pivot. We could pivot off it if we want a straight up one because I also hate Quinn Ewers.
Okay.
Like the Kenny Pickett thesis all over again, and just like take lower on the completions or lower on the total yardage.
Your call.
Let me make sure that the odds haven't changed here. Let's take the lower on the completions.
All right, lower on completions for Ewers.
Yeah, 17.5.
All right, there you go.
A lot of completions for a guy who can't throw.
Yep. Nez, what are you going to do for your haterade?
I think I want to do a different one from Genty, though. I really like that Genty one, but I'm going to go to Judkins, and I'll take the lower on Judkins rush attempts at 16.5.
Understanding, well aware that you can run on the Bills, but can they run 17 times on the Bills? Like, I'm not so sure that they're going to be afforded the opportunity to run that many times. So I'm going to go lower on 16.5, man. I think they beat the snot out of the Browns.
All right. This one's going to make John upset. And I feel like it's only fair for the way that John's pick made Nez upset. But from the man who brought you A.J. Brown under 5.5 receptions comes a man who is going to take Justin Jefferson under 4.5 receptions here. His receptions totals the past 4 weeks, 2, 2, 2, and 4.
Ellen.
Yeah.
How far we've fallen.
All right. That is, let's see. I think I've already used my boost, but I'm going to see if they'll let me sneak in another one here. No, yeah, I knew that boost was done. All right. This is a 6.36. Ewers lower completions, Judkins lower rush attempts, Jefferson lower receptions. Lock in the haterade coming to the chat, to the private chat. And all right, there's that. All right, let's do free pick time. Free pick.
Okay.
Everybody should have this in the lobby. It's a gimme pick. You click it, and boom, Josh Allen, pass rush yards, all the way down to 0.0. This is a $10 max.
Okay.
So let's make the most of it.
Yeah.
Boom shooter.
No, I think we should make the most of it. And how I would like to make the most of it, I'm looking, and maybe it's just because like sometimes the filtering is wrong here. Okay. I want to slide Amon-Ra targets. Permission to slide, Your Honor.
Permission.
Let's slide his targets. Just go to like what I think 12.5 is nice.
12.5 sounds nice.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a big jump from 11.5 to 12.5. Damn near 2x on that one. Let's make the most of this, man.
Cool.
John, do you got something you want to get funky with here?
I'm addicted. I'm such a masochist. I'm addicted to just shitty football players and getting excited. I was sliding that 80 Mitchell 41.5 receiving yards. I was sliding that baby north, and I was getting up to this 79.5, maybe even the 89.5 territory if you feel so inclined.
Which one do you? 69.5? That feels good. We'll do a couple 1.9ers here.
Okay.
And then let's see. With the odds, is the fourth pick going to put us in a weird territory as far as not taking advantage? Do we want to be at the 3 or the 5?
I would say you would probably be better off leaving this at 3.
Yeah. Does the 6x though on the $10 max? I feel like we need to. Maybe we add 2 more. Let's add 2 more.
It's only 6x.
Yeah. Oops.
It should be way more than 6x. We just put 2x picks in there.
80 Mitchell. Let's see. Did I do that wrong? There's the 3x.
I wonder why. Oh, it's something about the way, the order in which you do these. So take out the yeah, and then
all right,
and then do the 80 slide.
Okay, 80, and then we have the Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
Okay, so that should get us to like 18 or something, right?
Yeah.
Get it to like 12 or.
Okay, that gets us to a 21.
Nice.
Should I get one in here?
Yes.
Yeah. At that point, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get. Let's get a font. If we're doing these slides, let me see what the Sutton is here. Let's slide Sutton to 89.5. So we'll get all these guys around a 1.9 slide. What is the error here? This promo isn't available for this player in this slot. What?
I think we just have to do Josh Allen last.
That happened again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Come on. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So this gets us to a 40x. That's nice. All right. So let's do this. So we go 80 Mitchell to 70, Amon-Ra to 13 targets, Cortland Sutton gets to 89.5 yards. And sorry, no, this takes us to a 67x when we add on the Allen. So there we go. That's a good maximization there. All right.
Yeah, that's the kind of moon shooter you want to build with the max 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fully agree.
I'm going to save this so I can put this on Twitter for people here, but let me get you guys this. Boom. I might have had a backslash in there. Let me try take 2. There you go. This is the gimme pick. All right.
Sure.
Should we do a game environment one now?
Yeah. I know we just
sorry.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Yeah, just one precursor for people. When you click the link, you have to take out Josh Allen and then add the gimme pick yourself, or else it'll just put Josh Allen in as full.
Okay.
So just for people playing at home.
Good shout, John. What did it end up being? A 67x with
In non-champion states north of the border, it was 80. So
okay. I feel like we should do a Saints Jets would be a fun one. Carolina Tampa Bay, it sounds like, would be one that we're all interested in.
good. Yeah, good with either of those game environments because you guys clearly don't like my slop it up of the week. So I think
Which
Saints,
one?
Well, I like the Jefferson and I like the Giants Minnesota one.
No,
So.
I'm fine. I'm fine doing
No,
that.
we already played the Jefferson side, and we played 80 Mitchell, so we could put 80 Mitchell in this one again, too, and then play the Saints Jets one. That was Nev's favorite game, right? Or favorite slop game?
Jets and Saints.
Yeah, like the Shuck stuff.
I like that game. We can put together a nice pick 'em in that game.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Let me refresh here.
Yeah, so you start by just typing in Taysom Hill, T-A-Y.
Remember that kind of thing I did about the value of high floor tight ends not ruining your BR teams? Same applies for a masterpiece game pick 'em, you know?
It's a great point.
All right, let me find this game here. Okay, here we go. Like Olave, I guess the real question is, do we want to get to like 5 pieces with kind of more like straight odds, or do we want to juice a few plays up?
I want to slide Shuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if we like slide Shuck and then try to play like Olave and Jawan Johnson? Like maybe like Jawan TD at 1.46 looks pretty nice.
Yeah, let's do that. I was going to suggest we do Shuck pass and rushing slide.
Okay.
And he just goes nuts. And we do like 274.5. That's a 1.4x.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that bad boy in there.
We could do Olave, like just slide him a little on the receptions.
Yeah, I like that idea because you're already getting plus money on the receptions. Just slide him to like 6.5. Slide him. Yeah, I wouldn't go. Yeah, I'd slide him to 6.5 probably.
6.5 instead of 7.5.
Well, yeah. I mean, how frothy are you feeling? Let's go to 7.5.
He's catching 8 balls. I just saw it in the vision. And then we need. Do you want to go to the 80?
Oh yeah.
Or Brees? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might be able to play both and just play Brees receiving at that low 13.5 number there. Like he just catches one dump off and.
Yeah.
You know, if this
so if
game
you go Brees that gets you to a 17. And so then, yeah, if we just get even like, I just want to see what it is just straight on the 41.5, it's up to a 34x if you play 80, but we could also slide him if you want to get this up to like what we had him in the other one. Like if you send him to 60, you are at a 36x. That's not a huge jump there. What do you guys like for 80?
I'm so 59.5.
If you slide him to 69.5, then you're close to that 50x.
Yeah.
So we don't have to get that frothy.
Yeah. That's kind of, we have 5 picks in here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like this. I like this.
Yeah. So it's Jawan Johnson scores a TD, Shuck 275 passing plus rush yards combined. Olave catches 8 balls. Brees clears 13.5 receiving yards, and 80 Mitchell clears 69.5. That's definitely a shootout script right there.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, send it. That one felt good.
Yeah.
All right, private chat, public chat.
Oh yeah, I got a 30% booster too to add to that still.
All right, I got time for like maybe 2 more quick ones here. Can I get? How about can I make an ode to Nez? Can I do an ode to Nez pick'em? How about a Kenny Gainwell JMO?
That's good.
Be my guest. Let me join you.
Yeah. JMO, what would be the best way to slide JMO? Just yards, probably, right?
Yards are just like he scores a touchdown.
We're playing this as one of the the big JMO games. He was at 134, 144. We're gonna play him to 129.5 here. And then Gainwell, I definitely want to play with the receiving yards angle. He's had a game with 81. Last week he was at 46. Let's slide him to 44.5.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're cooking. I'm not gonna fuck with your mojo.
No, you can't. I was done. I mean, that I stalled out. Now I'm at a little cheeky 18x for JMO and Kenny Gainwell receiving slides.
No, I think that's fun. I was just checking to see if like 6.5 passes got you, like catches got you further than 44.5 yards.
For Gainwell, does it?
Yeah, but it gets you to a 25 and a bit X, but that might be a bridge too far. 7 catches.
7. I mean, he's done it. He's been at 6 or 7 most of it's close. What do you like, Nez? Break the tie. Do you like 6.5 receptions for a slightly bigger multiplier, or what did I do? Did I do 44.5 or 49.5 for?
You did 44. So you could also do Gainwell just to 5.5 receptions, and it gives you about the same multiplier.
I like the 5.5.
So this is a 13x, so it came down. I think I must have been at.
Yeah.
I kind of want to have some yards after catch.
Yeah.
Stuff.
He's been cooking.
Yeah. Let's put him at 49.5, and then that's a 23x here. JMO 130, Kenny Gainwell 50.
Let's do it, man.
There you go. Don't hit the 6-7. Yes, I apologize. That was an unethical pick'eming by me. How we doing, fellow use?
Did we end at 49.5 there? That was our final number?
Yeah. All right. 1 or 2 more quick ones. Any inspo over here, guys?
Yeah, can we do a Saturday one? Get ourselves for tomorrow?
Yeah, hit us with a Saturday.
All right. I wanted to just start with like Saquon Barkley to score a touchdown. Just he's taking on a bigger role. I think against the Commanders, they can give him one. I'm expecting good things from Saquon in this game, man. So I like plus money for Saquon to score a touchdown. I mean, yeah, that feels like something you hit.
Okay. I like it. Let me do the full game menu. So we start there. Yeah.
I think the Bears try and establish the shit out of it. I mean, no Jacobs on the other side, no pass catchers for them, like no Rome and no Luther Burden. Like I think this is a good, like, maybe even play both running backs, but pick your poison between like a little bit of Swift and a little bit of Monangai. I don't know. That's just like a game script thing that I like in the later game.
Yeah. 13.5 rush attempts for Swift, or you could just play the fantasy points and like have a few outs at it.
Yeah.
What do you like, John?
I'm kind of messing around with both right now. Give me half a second. I don't know. I don't know. Swift's had this groin thing on I think he plays like,
yeah,
but I kind of like the Monangai stuff, but it's a little bit hedged when I click into the S words on the site that is our friends.
Yeah, yesterday or last week was his lowest carry game in a hot minute. He's been at like 12, 22, 14, then he was down at 11. It's set at 11.5.
I think Swift plays.
Yeah, me too. It's
yeah. I think you do Swift yards, man. I think
scrimmage yards.
Yeah, like you said, John. I think they absolutely try to establish it here. And I know Micah's like a pass rusher, but he's just so much more than that. You know what I mean? Like him not being there for the Packers, I think, is going to be very, very apparent. When we watch this game, and because like the Bears can run the shit out of the football, man, and I think the Packers are going to really struggle with their ability to stop this rush.
This kind of dovetails with your angle, Nez or John. You could do Swift yards with the Monangai tutty.
I'm about it. Yeah, I kind of like that.
I kind of rock with that.
Yeah,
that's like a straight 6x 5.99. You want just like a cheeky little stuff the Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday core, baby.
Yeah, just a cute little sweat, a quaint little sweat for Saturday. You forget there's football on. Oh, I forgot I have this pickm cooking. Oh,
yeah.
Look, Monangai just scored. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, is that a cha-ching? All right, guys. There we go in the chats here. Little Saturday. We had the Coker Core, we had the Haterade, we had the Gimme Pick Bomb, we had the Saints Jets Game Stack, we have an Ode to Nez, and we have the Saturday. There you go. We did it up. Next time we see you guys will be post Christmas. So hope everybody has happy holidays here. Obviously, we'll all be doing shows before then, but the next Off and On the Clock will be on the 26th. Any other final words for you guys?
No, I will. I think I'll be able to get a no strip stream in, but man, Mello has just been hating sleep these nights. So assuming that he can go down okay, I will do a no strip tonight because it's been a while, and I feel like drafting some goal line stands.
Do it, dude. I think it sounds like I don't know if my eyes will stay open. I was up late for my my wife's Christmas party last night, but watching you no strip and then watching the fight sounds like a nice little Friday evening right there.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'll be on there.
And I'll have After Dark tomorrow. I'll be live during that Bears game, and I was just thinking of just hanging out, drafting, and watching some ball there. John, what do you got going?
Nothing more content wise. Christmas parties all around weekend there, starting with tonight. If you guys are interested in some of the evergreen stuff, did mix it up with the multi-sport stuff on Tuesday and Wednesday, did golf on one of those, did baseball on one of those. So those are kind of evergreen. And there was some playoff basketball too for NFL. Gave my thoughts on, some of the situations that are kind of murky right now, and ripped a bunch of drafts there. So go back in the Badge Bros archives because there's some evergreen stuff. Normally it's just, a couple hoops slates, but there's some evergreen best ball stuff.
There you go. All right, guys, enjoy your weekends. Tap in for No Strip, After Dark, all that good stuff. And then we will reconvene on Monday where all of us will be in the winner's circle. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know if there's a circle big enough for all of us, but we will find a way. Until next time, this has been Off and On the Clock with Pete, John, and Ned.